So for our next export wrapping video, we're going to show you how to wrap a settee. What we've got here is just a standard leather settee. The principles that we're going to use apply to wrapping any settee, from antiques and Chesterfield settees that we wrap quite regularly, to even fabric settees. The only difference is being the number of layers that you would use of the FernieGuard product. Speaking of FernieGuard or FernieSoft, Hamish has some there just to the side. This is the gold standard product for export furniture wrapping. It's like bubble wrap, but as you can see on the inside it's got a layer of fabric. On the outside it's got a layer of plastic that's kind of waterproof and hard wearing, and then on the inside in between there's a layer of bubble wrap. So that's the gold standard product. We use a lot of FernieSoft. If you can't use FernieSoft, if you can't get FernieSoft, use bubble wrap. But you would need to wrap several times with bubble wrap to get the same effect as wrapping once with FernieGuard or FernieSoft. Obviously you also need some tape. We've got white tape here just because we prefer to use white tape with white furniture wrapping products, but you can use any strong tape, and a pair of scissors. The only thing we've done in preparation here is we've actually cut a piece of FernieSoft of the right size and laid it underneath the settee to get started. And in fact with this particular settee we've got two layers, not one but two. That's just because in this particular settee the legs are made of wood and they're kind of ornate, so we just want to give them a little bit of extra protection. So now Hamish is going to cut the next piece of FernieSoft. We'll cut it just about the right point so that the product will wrap all the way around the settee. There we go. Just check the right length. Perfect, and that's the right length. So now that we've cut the FernieGuard off in the right size, Hamish has just put it to one side, and he's going to start by wrapping the bottom of the settee. So he's got those two layers that we talked about. First thing he's going to do is just use the tape on an angle and tape up each of the corners. Just like a Christmas present, overlapping the corners and then taping them. Rob's just going to step in and join Hamish. Together they're going to wrap the FernieSoft around. Just making it nice and smooth around the front. It's just a matter of taping up all the seams. The FernieSoft is a really good product. It's ideal for protecting leather and fabric, any kind of settees. You can also get a product called FernieGuard, which instead of having some fabric on the inside of it, has a layer of plastic. Plastic inside, then bubble wrap, then plastic. Whereas the FernieSoft is fabric, then bubble wrap, then plastic. Both of them are really good. final piece of furnace off there just to cover the gap. The settees are not going to carry any weight on top of them. Typically in a removal vehicle they'll be loaded on their side with one settee facing inside another in the gap. So everything has to be sealed here, but it's not going to be bearing any real weight. Carefully tilt it onto its back. So the guys always take that into account when they're wrapping things, considering whether it's actually going to be bearing any weight. If there are any, in the case of wooden furniture, if there's any pieces poking out, might be exposed and could potentially be damaged. But in the case of settees, that's not really the case. It's just a matter of protecting the fabric, and in this case the wood at the bottom, just protecting it all the way around. Tilt it again, this time onto its front. Always make sure you've got plenty of tape. Finishing off by taping the last couple of seams. So this is what we mean when we say export wrapping of a settee. That settee is now ready to be transported over long distances. It's BAR standard for everything that's travelling long distances outside the UK to be export wrapped, and that's what we mean by export wrapping. You can do this yourself if you have the right products and you take the time to do it properly. Just follow the instructions on the video and give us a call if you have any questions. Otherwise, obviously our team can do it for you. But either way, it has to be wrapped either by yourself or by us.